let's look at the internet services. Many services are actually available via the internet. The most are made possible by the TCP suite of protocols in the application layer. For example, TCP/IP provides several useful email protocols such as Simple Message Transfer Protocol, SMTP, for sending emails, and Post Office Protocol, POP, for receiving email messages. Popular services include email news groups and discussion group. Also, maybe you have heard about IRC, Internet Relay Chat, and as well as Internet telephony and Internet instant messaging. Popular services are basically email, news groups, discussion groups, Internet Relay Chat or IRC, and Internet telephony and instant messaging as well. So let's look at email. Email is one of the most widely used services on the internet. They have different types. There are the two main types of email is basically web-based email and then the client one. Web-based email enable you to access your email account from any computer, maybe even on a library's computer or any computer at work, or even if you're not at home, you can access it. The other type of email is client-based email, which consists of an email program that you can install on your computer. Email is downloaded and stored locally on your computer. Most widely one that many organizations are using is Microsoft Outlook. Also, maybe some companies or individuals are using Apple Mail as well. Doesn't matter which type of email you use, email programs include folder for organization, the address book for using it to also create groups, use spell checkers, and also allow you to add your signature and maybe delivery notification as well. Now let's look at news group and discussion group. The internet serves millions of people with different interests and background. Discussion groups and news groups are basically one of the best ways for people with similar interests to find one another and communicate. News group and discussion groups are alike in many ways. Discussion groups are usually for exchanging opinions and ideas on a specific topic. Usually it could be a technical nature or as well as a scholarly nature. Group members post messages or articles that others in the group can read. News group, however, are typically more general in nature and can cover any topic. They allow people to get together for fun or maybe for business purposes. For instance, you can join in the news group for people interested in ancient civilizations, or one that is there for people to be able to write about computer programs. Now let's look at instant messaging. Internet Relay Chat or IRC enable users to be able to chat in the chat rooms and exchange text messages with other people in that location at the real time. Instant messaging is a service for communicating with others via a private chat room on the internet. Many instant messaging applications are available, such as Windows Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, Google Chat, and they have different capabilities. Nowadays, we have a lot of different chat applications out there. The newest type of messaging is offered by mobile app, which is called Snapchat. Users combine pictures, video, text, and drawings into snaps that are sent to other Snapchat users. The snap self-destructs in a matter of seconds, seeming to not have to leave a trace. So basically, it's going to be gone after a person looks at it. It is very popular via high school kids. But there are some people also using, this kind of a chat tool to be able to send text messages, or sending nude pictures of themselves and others, and then, it disappears in a matter of seconds. But there is always a chance that somebody can hack it and get access to those posted information that you didn't want to. So let's look at internet telephony. Internet telephony is using the internet rather than telephone network to exchange spoken conversation. they use something called Voice over IP or VoIP protocol to be able to communicate. To use VoIP, you need a high-speed internet connection and usually a microphone or headset. Some companies have special adapters that you can actually buy and use it. So this actually replaces a lot of long-distance phone charges. So making international call is becoming very cheap. Skype offers that. There are a lot of other ones like Tango messaging is another one that you can use voice over IP and talk with your friends and other people that are around the world. So many businesses use these voice over IP to actually lower the costs in telephone networks. So as I said, a lot of companies are using that, but there is a drawback that maybe the quality is not good, especially if your internet connection is not very good, and maybe even the other person in the other part of the world, maybe they don't have a good internet connection. But a lot of times you can actually, use that service as long as you have internet access. Now let's look at web applications. Several service industries use internet and the support technology to offer services and products to their customers with more competitive prices and with increased convenience to the customers. So we will look at some of these industries who are actually using the web application. One of them is tourism and travel. They actually benefited a lot from e-commerce web application. So as an example, like for example, a tropical island vacation company, on their website, it directs vacationer to online brochures, and basically they can actually allow them to make their own trip online and purchase everything online. So a lot of companies are using maybe these services. People can use Expedia.com, Travel.com, Travelocity.com, Priceline.com, Hotels.com, and another one that I found recently, which I've used, is LastMinuteTravel.com, as well as Last Minute Hotels, which they provide great deals. And you can book your own trips, and they give you discounts by using them. So for example, if you register on Expedia.com, if you are a member there and if you travel with them, maybe you get a voucher of $50 or $100 off your next vacation. Publishers also, they use the internet. Many publishers in US and Europe offer websites that you can actually create a book online. Basically make your own chapters. You can order the book online. You can actually use the search feature to search it, and you can look at ebooks, buy a version of that, or read the book for maybe 30 days and then buy it. So there are a lot of different options that also publishing, there are book publishers are actually offering as well. Higher education also take advantage of a web application as well. A lot of universities have, their information about their department, programs, faculties, academic resources. Also, they even provide virtual tour of the campus that they provided online. A lot of universities now offer degrees online or have their classes online, like what we are doing right now. And you can basically get a lot of people from different part of the world to, take the courses, and also you don't have to travel to that location, and normally you reduce the cost of travel and also the space, the location. Also, a lot of professional certificates are being offered through the internet as well. Let's look at real estate. Now, real estate also, they use websites to provide millions of up-to-date listings for home for sale or to rent to their buyers or to their renters. There are different apps that are out there. One of them is called Redfin. Redfin is a great app. You can basically search around you, which home is selling, how much, and find out about the history of that. Also, Zillow is a great website for that. Of course, you can go to remax.com, and it allows you to be able to search for different houses that are available out there as well. There are a lot of apps, as I said, out there. The MLS has a free app. HomeSnap is another app that you can use to actually, search for home prices, and Redfin. Employment services are actually using the web and the internet a lot. Maybe you are familiar with Monster.com. They were one of the first ones that they will actually put all the jobs online, and you could apply for it. The job seeker can actually, use that tool to create maybe their resume, basically even do mock interviews online before you want to go to a job interview. And they can actually search also about the companies, the industry, the regions that they want, and find a lot of information about that. Also, the employees can actually look for the job fairs. They can actually take career tests to see what career is right for them, and also they can look at the salary calculator to find out if they are going to enter this major, what would be their salary in the future. Financial institutions, they also take advantage of the web technology. Almost all US and Canadian banks and credit unions and many other worldwide are actually offering online banking services and use email to communicate with their customer and send account statement and financial reports. So a lot of banking is now being done online or with telephone as well. Telephone banking is very popular as well nowadays. So actually this is helping the bank to reduce the time and cost of communication via the phone, and also cost the time from the tellers to actually help people. They can actually do it online themselves. Let's look at some of the banking services that is available to the customers via the internet. One of them is accessing customer service by email around the clock, viewing current and old transactions. You can apply for a mortgage online. You can basically use the interactive tool to design a saving plan for yourself, find loan status, and also apply for credit cards, paying bills, transfer funds, and look at digital copies of your check. Now we look at the vendors for software distribution, how many vendors distributing software on the internet, as well as drivers and patches also use the web technologies. Most antivirus vendors make updates available for download to keep the new viruses and worms. So they are using the web application as well. So large program not distributed via internet. They also provide an inexpensive, convenient, and faster way to sell their software as well, in terms of if they want to market it, they can actually sell it faster. Another use of web application is in the field of healthcare. With patients' record stored online, healthcare workers can actually order lab tests and prescription and admit patients to the hospital and refer patients to other physicians very easily. All patients' information can be accessible from one central location. And, basically, there are also a lot of, health-related website that is out there that can actually offer health advices to the patients. As well as another field is very booming in the field of healthcare is called telemedicine, which lets the medical professional to conduct remote consultation, diagnosis, and referencing, which can save on office overload and travel costs as well. Also nowadays you might see something about telepresence surgery. In addition to doing virtual medicine on the internet, the specialists at a major hospital can actually operate on patients remotely. The telepresence surgery allows these surgeons to operate all over the world without physically traveling to that location. Basically, a robot can perform the surgery based on the digitalized information sent by the surgeon through the internet. These robots have cameras to create 3D dimensional images for the surgical virtual reality goggles and tactical sensors that provide position information to the surgeon. So nowadays you might see a lot of basically in the field of healthcare that robots are being used, and also a lot of counseling. It can be done over the telemedicine as well. So virtual medicine can actually provide healthcare services to even remote locations who don't have access to the doctors. Also, in politics, they can use the web tools. Political candidates make use of websites in their campaign. The sites are basically helpful tools for announcing candidates' platform, publicizing their vote records, posting notices of upcoming debates that they will have. Even they use it for fundraising. President Obama, actually, the first time that when he was in the election, he actually put a lot of funding into the website, and it was a great campaign that they have conducted it online. Some claim that the internet has helped empower voters for the democratic process as well. So even in the election, you can see that you can use these tools to take advantage of that. Another thing that maybe later you might see more and more is basically giving possibility of legislators voting online. There are some countries that have actually applied the e-voting, so maybe you might see that in the future. Maybe in 2020 you might see that as well.